Appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, so please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. Guys, if you want to keep up with me when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in that description box and click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give me a follow on Instagram, guys. And then send me a DM to let me know that you're rocking with me so I can say thank you. Instagram page is doing good, man. We're picking up a little steam, almost about 7,000 followers, way down off of my last page. Richard Fain 28 had 90,000 followers. But unfortunately, Instagram pulled the plug. Why they pulled the plug, I don't know. You know, I don't know why they pulled the plug. I don't know why Instagram does what Instagram does, you know, AKA Facebook, AKA Meta. Who knows? Long story short, I had to get a new Instagram page. So I did. Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram page. And like I said, not bad. It's coming along. Not where I want it to be, but eventually we'll get there. Right now we're putting along like the little engine that could. You know, we got, like I said, we got about 6,800, almost 7,000 followers. So little snail pace, but gotta keep talking about it, and eventually, you know, I'll get a couple viral videos or viral reels on Instagram at some point. And once I do that, it'll quickly ratchet up the followers. But for now, we're doing okay. I'm pleased. All organic growth. So if you guys will do me a favor, like I said, if you want to keep up with me when I'm not on YouTube, go follow me on Instagram. Down in the description box, you'll see the Instagram link, Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram page. That's a mouthful, but it's coming along. So thank you. Next thing, website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Over 350,000 of you guys have went and checked out the new website. It's been up 5 months, and man, I couldn't be more pleased. So thank you so much, guys, for going and checking out that website, www.richardfain.net. Like I said, second link down in the description box. Go check out the website. We got some fantastic digital products, big boy blue chip digital products, collapse time frames and help you get to your pot of gold faster. I had a Q&A live stream last night on the Wealth Builders financial community, and you know, I got quite a few questions about real estate, you know, how to start a business, you know, credit, you know, just stock market. Got a lot of those questions, right, on the Wealth Builders private live stream Q&A last night. And I you know, told people, I said, you know, I kind of walked them through what my process is for doing all of those things. But I said, you know, if you want step by step, get yourself over to my website and boom, I got they're right there. The digital products are right there to teach you about the stock market, teach you about real estate. And again, guys, when I say teach you about, this is not an all-encompass where you are going to learn everything you need to know in one little digital product. No, it gives you the basic knowledge you need. You'll never learn everything about real estate in 2 weeks, guys. You learn about real estate when you actually go out and buy real estate. That's when you learn. You don't learn everything you need to know from reading a book or listening to a YouTube video or going to some seminar. You learn a little basic stuff. Where you really learn how to buy real estate for income is when you take your butt out there and go ahead and buy you a property. That's when you learn. That's it. So the digital products on the website give you the basic information you need, and then you got to go out there and execute. You don't learn everything about the stock market because you took some stock market course. No, you learn about the stock market by doing what? Buying big boy blue chip paper assets over and over, seeing what works, what don't work, what your risk tolerance is. You'll find all that stuff out when you actually go execute. So that's what the digital products on the website do. It puts you in a position where you got the basic information you need to then go out and do something. Then you learn. So get to the website, check that out if you don't mind. I really would appreciate that. And then while you're there, consider joining the fastest growing financial community on Patreon, which is the Wealth Builders. That's right. We're the fastest growing financial community on Patreon, guys. Go check us out through the website. You'll see a membership button. You'll see a join button. Come join the Wealth Builders. Over 1,000+ community members already in 5 months. Like I said, we had a great time last night in our Q&A we do every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So get yourself over to the Wealth Builders. Get yourself around some community of people going in the same direction you're going to help you. That's the whole key of the Wealth Builders community, is to help one another build wealth with best practices, with things that we invest in that have worked, that don't work, so people can have a good understanding of how to get to wealth. So come join us on the Wealth Builders. Last thing, and then we're going to dive into our topics today, is Moomoo. Guys, in order to take advantage of a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be talking about today, you got to have a great brokerage app. I personally use the Moomoo brokerage app as my primary brokerage app, and I've been using it since the beginning of 2024, and I'm happy with it. It does everything I needed to do. I can get in there and make my trades, whether I'm buying or selling. I can get in there and research stuff because they got a huge financial library. I can get in there and look at tutorial videos about certain ways to invest. They got a world-class customer service, in my opinion. Love it. Now, and here's the best thing about it. For you guys, since you're watching my YouTube channel, they're going to give you up to 15 free stocks if you try out their brokerage app. There's a link, first link down in the description box. If you put $100 in your new Moomoo brokerage account, they're going to give you 5 free stocks. If you put $1,000 in your new Moomoo brokerage account, they're going to give you 15 free stocks. So there you go, man. If you want to try out the brokerage app that I use, which is my primary brokerage app of choice, when I'm trading paper assets, when I'm buying paper assets, when I'm investing in paper assets, right? The traditional way, buy and hold, big boy blue chip, long term. Guys, get down in that description box and click on that Moomoo link and come join me. It's a self-directed brokerage app. Come join me. And we will help you guys figure out how to use the brokerage app. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, which yesterday, tons of you guys did that. And what did I do? I turned around and I sent you tutorial videos prepared by Moomoo that can walk you through how to use the brokerage app quickly. And then I also included my wealth transfer blueprint videos outlining all the big boy blue chip paper assets that I'm buying to 10x my net worth over the next 10 years. So I'll send you all of that, guys. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Well, all right, man, let's dive into these meat and potatoes today. First of all, I want to say thank you and welcome to everybody who's checking out this live stream, but a special thank you to my wealth builders. Any of my wealth builders in the house, please go ahead and drop a little wealth builder. Let the chat know we representing in here. We got some moderators in here to take care of some of you soybean billionaires. They'll answer your questions. I'm going to have my moderators answer your questions. So any of my wealth builders in here from the Wealth Builder Financial Community, fastest growing financial community on Patreon, almost 1,100 people strong in less than 5 months, guys. We are rolling. They in the chat. They'll be the moderators and they'll answer your questions. So if you got a question, pose it to one of my wealth builders and they'll be more than happy to enlighten you. They'll be more than happy how to show you how to get yourself over to the wealth builders and join us. They'll be more than happy. And I'm going to concentrate on giving you these meat and potatoes. And I'm going to let my wealth builders be my moderators. And they're going to go ahead and answer any questions that you got. So make sure you reach out to one of my wealth builders in the live chat. They got you covered, baby. They got you covered. You're in good hands with my wealth builders. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in to the meat and potatoes. First thing we want to talk about is Nvidia, the 900-pound silverback gorilla, right? Now, my wealth builders know what I mean by that. Some of you folks just popping into the live stream or to the video, you may not know what I mean. But let me tell you what I mean by 900-pound silverback gorilla. Now, if you've ever studied primates, right? If you've ever studied gorillas, you'll know there's a hierarchy in their communities. There's a hierarchy. There's only one top dog in that community, and they call that top dog the silverback. A silverback gorilla is the top dog in a community of gorillas or monkeys or whatever you want to call them. Primates. I ain't no expert, but I know the silverback. And why do they call him a silverback? Because he got a silver thing going down his back. Big old joker too, 900 pounds, big old. So that's what I call Nvidia. Because in this community of semiconductors, you ain't got but one 900-pound silverback gorilla when it comes to semiconductors, or AKA chip makers, and that would be Nvidia. Now, you got other gorillas out there, but they're just not the silverback. Nvidia is the silverback, right? Almost a $3 trillion market cap. Yeah. They are in the Magnificent Seven. There are no other semiconductors in the Magnificent Seven. The only semiconductor in the Magnificent Seven is Nvidia. And Nvidia has an opportunity here, guys, to top $1 trillion in revenue. Now, a lot of y'all are probably saying, well, golly, Richard, they're only about 100 billion today. How in the world they get to 1 trillion? Well, I'm gonna walk you through that. So one thing I want you to understand though is as that revenue goes up, guess what goes up? The market cap. So at some point, there are people out here that believe they got a $2 trillion TAM. Yeah, $2 trillion TAM. Now, if they hit that, they're about a $10 trillion market cap. So what do you think the stock price gonna be when if they get to a $10 trillion market cap? Or if they do about $1 to $2 trillion in revenue at some point over the next 5 to 10 years. Let's say they get up to 2 trillion in revenue over the next 10 years. What do you think the stock price gonna be, guys? See, personally, I'm in this thing to $1,000 a share, and I believe that's doable, and there are others out there that believe that's doable too. That's the reason I'm having this conversation with you, and I'm gonna walk you through some details here in a second. So let's dive on let's just go with the conservative route. Like I said, there are people out there, analysts, experts that believe there'll be a $2 trillion company. a $2 trillion revenue company in excess of a $10 trillion market cap. It's widely expected that they will be the first company in the history of the world to have a $4 trillion market cap, AKA silverback gorilla, top dog, right? Top dog. Let's talk about it. Let's walk through the conservative approach, which is the 1 trillion. That's the conservative estimate. Now the bullish estimate is about 2 trillion. But let's stick with the conservative. Let's just go with the conservative. Here's the headline. This 1 trillion opportunity could make Nvidia stock a no-brainer buy. See, right now, guys, we plugging around 116, 117 a share. If the Wall Street aliens get a hold of it, they may drive it down at any point to, the low 100s a share. But at some point, guys, this is what I hang my hat on. At some point in the future, this opportunity is going to be realized. Because what you got to understand, this company is going to continue to increase its revenues. And see, that's the knock on the company right now. The knock on the company is golly, it's not even 100 billion in revenue, but it has an almost $3 trillion market cap. It's too expensive. Here's the deal though. Once that revenue continues to ratchet up, that PE ratio is going to come down a little bit. It's not going to be looking crazy anymore. And I'm telling you guys, these guys are going to continue to plug it. We're going to get into this revenue model. 1 trillion, guys. There's no other company in the world that's doing $1 trillion in revenue. The company that's closest to $1 trillion in revenue, guys, on an annual basis, somebody in the chat, let me know. Tell me the company that's closest to $1 trillion in annual revenue. I'll give you a hint. It's an American company. It's not a tech company. It's not a tech company. It's an American company and it's not a tech company. It's not a tech company. Y'all chew on that for a minute. I'm gonna keep moving. It's not a tech company, but it's an American company. There you go. Walmart, $650 billion in revenue. But Nvidia's market cap is 3 or 4 times Walmart's market cap. Walmart's market cap is about 600 billion. Nvidia's market cap is like 2.8 trillion, but Walmart does 5 times, almost 6 times more sales or more revenue. So that's the knock right now. The knock is it's a great company, but goodness gracious, you got it at a 3T. You got it at a 3T. And it ain't even doing 100 billion in revenue. How could it be a 3T and it ain't even doing 100 billion in revenue? That's the knock. But see, if you're a guy like me who has forward thinking, and I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at the market share and I'm knowing at some point that, see, you got to understand, guys, a year ago, this company finished at 60 billion. This year, they're on pace to do about 110 to 115 billion. You see where I'm going with this? And then when we get into this meat and potatoes, you're going to see where that number is going to jump. It's going to jump. Right? So let's go through it. This 1 trillion opportunity could make Nvidia stock a no-brainer buy, and it's not artificial intelligence. Here we go. It doesn't take an investing genius to know that Nvidia has been a huge winner from the artificial intelligence boom, right? If you've been following this company, you know that. Driven largely by AI has made Nvidia one of the largest companies on the planet. This company has a value, guys, that only 2 other companies have. You're talking about Apple and Microsoft. Those are the only 2 companies in the world that have a market cap bigger than these guys. Here's the kicker though. Once that revenue catches up, once they pass 200 billion in revenue, guys, it's over. They already doubled the revenue in 1 year. I believe they doubled it again in 25. I believe by the end of 25, they're going to be close to 200 billion in revenue. Can you imagine what that's going to do to the stock price? Right now, it's a bargain. That's my opinion. $116 a share, $120 a share, $130 a share is a bargain. That's a bargain basement. They're being penalized because of their market cap. That's what they're being penalized for. There's nothing wrong with the company. The company is an amazing company, and it's going to continue to grow. They're being penalized because Wall Street aliens, or whoever the 1%ers that be, have thought to themselves, there's no way this company should be 3 trillion in value. It's overvalued. Also, it's being penalized because you got to understand a lot of big time investors got into this thing back in 2022 and 23 before it really took off. So these guys made a bunch of money. Oh, such and such billionaire sold 85% of his Nvidia stock. Why wouldn't he? He was in 22 when it was in the toilet. He rode 22 and 23 and he 100-fold his money. Why wouldn't he get out? I would too. I mean, see, this is what y'all don't understand, guys. When you hear these headlines, such and such billionaire sold 80% of his Nvidia stock, what they don't tell you is that such and such billionaire was in this thing 100x ago, back in 22, when the stock price went down to, I don't know, under $50 a share. That's when that person got in. They don't tell you that piece, though. See, that person got in and already 100x their return. Same thing with ARK Investment. Kathy Wood, ARK Invest. They were doing an interview with Kathy Wood, and Kathy Wood was singing the praises of this company, saying this company is going to do great things. It ain't done yet. It's just getting started. And the interviewer asked, well, Kathy, if you feel so great about this company, why isn't ARK Invest buying the stock? She said, well, guys, what y'all don't understand is we've already 100x'd our money in this company. We were in this company before y'all even were talking about it. That comes from Kathy Wood. See, I can respect that because the name of the game, guys, is making money. It's not, oh, golly, I'm going to get, no, these people have already made their money. They're supposed to exit. Kathy Wood already 100x'd her money in Nvidia. She's going on to the next big and greatest thing. I was reading this morning about some companies that they just got through buying. I believe it was PayPal, and it was one other company that ARK Invest just put a large piece of money in. One of those companies was PayPal. Now you got to ask yourself, PayPal's trading at $77 a share. Why would ARK buy it? They bought almost 60,000 shares of it. Something like that. $4.5 million or something. 4.5 million or 4.5, something like that. They bought a decent little chunk of it. I think ARK Invest has about five, I don't know what, I don't know. I think they got about, I don't know how much they got under management, right? But they got billions and billions under management. I think it's 5.5 billion or something like that. Don't quote me on that. Go do your research. But it's not a BlackRock. It's not a Vanguard. It's a small boutique firm led by a really smart lady and a team of really smart people, and they do investments. But what they hunt for are opportunities. See, companies like that invest, guys, they hunt for opportunities. They look for undervalued stuff, and then they attack. They'll put their money in it and watch it move up. So ARK had already made their move in Nvidia, and they parachuted out. A lot of these billionaires already made their move in Nvidia. They parachuted out because they knew at some point, as this company continued to grow, it would face resistance because of the market cap. They didn't want to be a part of that. They've already made their money. They're going to something else. But a guy like me who ain't made that much money in it yet, I got a nice little chunk of change sitting on the unrealized brokerage statement. I got a nice little chunk of change on the unrealized brokerage statement, right? Unrealized chunk of change, but it ain't nowhere near what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get my 10x. Kathy Wood got 100x. I want a 10x. So I'm gonna stay in this thing till I get my 10x. That's why when I see articles like this talking about this revenue opportunity, that's the piece we need. We need more revenue. If this company gets to 250 billion in revenue, I'm telling you guys, it ain't no stopping it, which I believe it gets there in less than 2 years. Right now, we're on track to do over 100 billion this year. On track to do over 100 billion this year. And we ain't even came out with Blackwell yet or any of the other, or Rubin that's coming out in 26. So let's keep moving. Can Nvidia grow even bigger? That's the question. I just walked you through that. Can they grow bigger, guys? That's the fundamental question that has to be answered by Nvidia. If you want big boy investment, if you want really, really, really big institutional investment to hang in there with you as you grow, you gotta demonstrate to them that you can continue this growth. Because that's what they're missing right now, in my opinion. Now, I know, ETFs and all these people have them in there. But I'm talking about you really need them to step it up even more. In order to step it up more, buy more of the stock, you got to show them there's a clear path to revenue growth. And that's what this article is going to talk about. Can Nvidia grow even bigger? And then the person who wrote this article, the analyst who wrote this article said, yep, the chip giant sees 1 trillion opportunity ahead, and it's not AI. Now, when you hear that, y'all might think, oh, that's just Wall Street or somebody saying that. No, 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 no. This is coming out of the CEO's mouth. Matter of fact, the CEO believes they got a bigger opportunity than the 1 trillion. The CEO believes it's much bigger. But of course, most CEOs are going to say that, right? So we can't just, we just can't take the CEO's word for it, because their job is to make sure people understand what's coming or what they believe is coming. They're going to paint a great picture. So we listen to the CEO, and I thoroughly believe Jensen Huang. I do. But I still need to see some proof in the pudding. Show me something in the pudding that shows me it's pudding, right? Don't just tell me it's pudding. I want you to show me why it's pudding. And that's what we're going to talk about here. Here is it. Unstoppable 1 trillion transition. Here we go. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang said in his company's second quarter earnings call in August, the world is moving from general purpose computing. You guys got to understand this now. Here's where the growth comes. The world is moving from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. Now, some of y'all might say, well, golly, Richard, I don't know what that means. Put something on the screen. Nope. Go out to do your research. And when I say research, I mean Google. Just Google, what is the difference between general purpose computing and accelerated computing? That's all you got to ask Google. And ChatGPT is going to give it to you. They're going to tell you a nice little definition for you. I ain't got time for that today. But get out there on the World Wide Web and go find it. When I say World Wide Web, I mean Google, right? So the world is moving from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. And the world builds about 1 trillion worth of data centers. And the world builds about 1 trillion worth of data centers. 1 trillion worth of data centers in a few years will be all accelerated computing, he added. Later in the call, we are at the beginning of our journey to modernize 1 trillion worth of data centers from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. You do understand, in the world of data centers, these guys rule the roost. Nvidia does. That's where the majority of the revenue comes from, is from the data centers that they support with the GPUs. And they're going to be transitioning 1 trillion dollars worth of data centers from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. Is further AI demand needed to facilitate this transition to accelerated computing? Hong doesn't think so. He spoke on September 11, 2024 at the Goldman Sachs Communicapa Technology Conference. In his remarks, Hong imagined a scenario where AI didn't exist. He said, well, in the world where there's no AI at all, general purpose computing has run out of steam still. Hung argued that Moore's law is over, a reference to the principle expounded by Intel co-founder Gordon Moore that the speed of computers will double every 2 years. He maintained that the physical limits of fabricating semiconductors will get in the way. He was wrong. He was wrong. That's why Intel in the problem they in now. About to have a hostile takeover. Because this guy was wrong. He was wrong. That's why Intel is in the trouble they in right now, right? See, the leader matters, guys. The leader matters, right? Attitude reflects leadership, right? You find me a great leader, then I'll show you a company with a great attitude. Show me a great leader. I'll show you a company with a great attitude. The solution to the problem, in Hong's view, is accelerated computing. And no company beats Nvidia at designing the GPUs required to make an accelerated computing possible. Nobody. Nobody on the planet, guys. That's the differentiator. That's the secret sauce. Nobody is better than these guys at doing that, guys. So, of course, we don't live in a hypothetical world where AI doesn't exist. In the real world, AI is accelerating the shift to accelerated computing. Nvidia continues to add fuel to this fire. The company's new Blackwell GPU architecture will enable building and running large language models, or AKA LLMs, with 1 trillion parameters at up to 25 times lower cost and energy consumption than the current gold standard Hopper platform. Let me just make sure y'all understand that. See, right now, the Hopper is the gold standard. I keep telling y'all Nvidia is the gold standard. Everything it touches, it turns to gold, right? So the Hopper is the latest and greatest GPU from Nvidia. And if you looked at the last earnings call, which was Q2, how much revenue did they have? About 30.5 billion. And that's Hopper. Now you're getting ready to introduce something that provides 25 times lower cost and energy consumption than the current gold standard Hopper platform. Come on, man. Do you think ain't nobody lined up for that? You're gonna lower your cost and energy consumption by 25 times with the new Hopper GPU. You don't think people lined up for that? You do know they got a waiting list, right? You do know they already have billions and billions and billions of dollars in pre-orders. You do know that, right? I'm just helping some of y'all out there that don't follow this stuff. I'm just letting you know. Because see, the propaganda's out there. There's something wrong with it. They ain't gonna launch it and all this other crap. That's all propaganda. They're propagandizing you. They're keeping you on the sideline. That's what the goal is, right? They don't want you to invest in this company. They don't want you to own 100% of your time. They don't want you to have more freedom in your life. They don't want you to have more choices in your life. They want you in the matrix where they can control you and manipulate you and work you till you're 100 years old if they can get away with it. That's where they want you at. They don't want you knowing how to hitch your wagon to a thoroughbred. They don't want you knowing that. Unsurprisingly, Hong said Nvidia's Q2 earnings call that the demand for Blackwell is incredible. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you some stats here. I'm gonna give you an update on Blackwell in a second, but I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, man, we at the stage right now where I'm just so happy I'm part of it. Let's keep moving. But AI won't speed up the transition of existing data centers that use general purpose computing, which most of them do. That's just a big old opportunity for Nvidia though, right? So here we go. But AI won't speed up the transition of existing data centers that use general purpose computing to new ones that use accelerated computing. It will also likely continue to drive the construction of more data centers. These new data centers will be what Nvidia calls AI factories, with data and electricity as raw materials and AI as the product. Woo! Did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch how these people finna revolutionize the way data centers are built and how they are used? And who do you think is in the catbird seat to help them do all of that? Nvidia. This is where the revenue's coming from, guys. You can't miss this. This is where you leap from 100 billion to 500 billion in the matter of 2 to 3 years. You got to understand these guys got the best chips in the game already. When they come out with Blackwell and then they're coming out in 26 with Rubin, this is where the revenue's coming from, guys. So anytime you hear this propaganda, you'll know, that's propaganda. I know where the revenue's coming from. They got these data centers that they're going to be retrofitting, and then they're going to have brand new data centers. They're going to take these old data centers from general purpose computing to accelerated computing. That's $1 trillion worth of revenue right there. Then you're going to have these brand new data centers being built. They're going to call them AI factories with data and electricity as raw material, and the AI will be the product. Woo, I love that. I love that, man. Y'all got to follow this thing, man. That's why I keep telling y'all 113 a share, 110 a share, 120 a share, 130 a share is nothing. Not in the world I live in. Not when I read stuff like this. And these people are in the catbird seat. I'm telling you. Look for Nvidia to continue pouring fuel on the fire. The company is now in a 1-year rhythm of introducing new GPU technology, as Hong said earlier this year. After Blackwell, we have other Blackwells coming, namely Rubin is coming in 26. So what these people doing is they're like, you know something? We're not going to wait every 2 to 3 years to come out with technology. We're just going to come out with technology every year. Come on, guys. See, that's how you stay ahead of your competition. Why it's taking them 3 and 4 years to come out with a new product. These folks banging out a new product every single year. That's how you stay ahead of the competition. This guy ain't stupid, guys. The guy's a smart guy. He really is a smart guy. He ain't stupid. He ain't stupid. He ain't stupid. So there you go, man. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit on that, just to help you guys understand. And guys, here we go. Let me help you out. I ain't even talked about the rest of the revenue. That's just the data center revenue, which is the lion's share. Don't get me wrong. That's the data center revenue. Guess what? I haven't even talked about the automotive industry with the autonomous driving and all that. That's a revenue source. And they got like the gaming industry. That's still a revenue source. They still dominate the gaming industry. That's a growing industry. So you got the auto industry, you got the gaming industry, and you got 2 or 3 other industries that, and guess what they're doing? They're picking up other industries all the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing utilities and energy companies partner with these guys, because AI is going to be in that too. Before you know it, AI will be in everything. You already got sovereign countries contracting with partners in their country that contract with Nvidia to bring in AI GPUs to build out their AI platforms. I'm talking about sovereign countries, wealthy countries. They don't want to do it themselves. They go hire companies to do it, and those companies partner with Nvidia. So revenue, guys, listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised if by the year 2030, these guys aren't 7 to a trillion in revenue. I wouldn't be surprised. I certainly wouldn't be surprised. Now let's give you guys a little bit of update on the Blackwell, because that's the big boy. That's the one that everybody made a big deal about in the Q2 earnings. So let me give you a little bit of an update on Blackwell, and it ain't coming from Richard Fain, it's coming from Morgan Stanley, big boy blue chip Wall Street firm. So it's coming from Morgan Stanley, and let's walk through it. Let's see what they got to say. Here's the headline: Nvidia stock. Morgan Stanley says Hopper/Blackwell demand is strong. Keep telling y'all keep listening to these Wall Street aliens, and I keep telling y'all over and over, guys, stop listening to these people and go look at the company. Go actually do your research on the company. Go find data from the company. Stop listening to people that don't work in the company. A lot of us won't do that though. We want to listen to people that don't work in the company. Wall Street aliens, they don't work in the company. Their job is to destroy the company if it can make them a buck. Their job is to overinflate a company if it can make them a buck. They have no dedication to anybody else other than green money. That's it. So I don't listen to Wall Street aliens. What I do is I go to try to do my own research through the company and find out what the company is doing and what's their secret sauce, what separates them from the rest of the semiconductors, right? So here we go. Nvidia is experiencing strong demand for its Hopper and Blackwell GPUs, according to Morgan Stanley analysts. The investment bank said in a note Tuesday that Nvidia's Blackwell chip are now entering volume production. You do know what that means, right? They're starting to produce them in volume. Not one or two of them, thousands of them, right? Starting to produce them. Here we go. With demand, let me just start over so we won't miss this. The investment bank said in a note Tuesday that Nvidia's Blackwell chips are now entering volume production, with demand from major customers driving significant growth potential for the company. Morgan Stanley reports that Oracle, y'all already know what Oracle doing, right? Y'all know Oracle came out with its Q2 or whatever it was, Q2, Q3 killed it. Stock price went crazy. You know it's a hyperscaler, right? You know Oracle is a hyperscaler. Hyperscaler. See, we already know the Magnificent Seven has about four of the Magnificent Seven, 4 or 5 of them of the Magnificent Seven are hyperscalers or mega caps that are customers of Nvidia. This is my first time hearing Oracle. You do know the 5 top hyperscalers: Amazon, Microsoft, right? Alphabet, aka Google, IBM Cloud, and Oracle Cloud. They got 4 of the top 5 hyperscalers buying product from them. All they're missing is IBM. But they got the other 4. Plus they got other mega caps like who? Apple, and who else? Meta. And who else? Tesla, even though they may not be considered a mega cap. I still consider them a mega cap because I think at some point they get back over 1 T. I think they're about 750 T, almost 800, not 750 T, 780 billion. But they'll be a $1 trillion company soon. So now we got Oracle entering the picture, guys. Game changer now, I'm telling y'all guys, game changer. Here we go. Morgan Stanley reports that Oracle recently announced plans to build a Zeta scale AI supercluster. See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all got to go out and do your own research, man, and stop listening to the aliens that keep, oh, they don't got no revenue. The revenue's slowing down. Where's the revenue? This is where it's coming from. So you got a company like Oracle announcing they're going to build I'm going to try to get this word right, Zeta scale AI supercluster powered by 131,000 Nvidia Blackwell GPUs, delivering 2.4 zettaflops of AI performance. Now, that's way above my pay grade, what a Zeta is, but it sounds big. It sounds like it's a big. It sounds big. That's all I know. All I know is if you need 131,000 Blackwell GPUs, and hear me out, guys, you do know how much these things cost, right? One of these GPUs, the Blackwell, if you get the stack, they're probably in that $1 to $1.5 million a piece. These people getting 131,000 of them from Nvidia. This is the Blackwell. This is the one that they say, oh, it's having all these problems. Yeah, but you think Oracle don't do their due diligence? I think they do. I think they do. Their founder is probably one of the top 10 richest men in the world. Yeah. I think his name is Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle. One of the top 10 guys in the world, a billionaire. Almost 100 billion, something like that. Up there. Yeah, that's the company. They get ready to order, they go, powered by 131,000 Nvidia Blackwell GPUs. The full stack, 1 million to 1.5 million a piece. They getting 131,000 of them. All right, man, let's keep moving. Oracle's request for more GPU supply has provided a boost to Nvidia's outlook. When they say outlook, they're talking about revenue, baby. See, when Oracle came in with that request, why would Oracle go to Nvidia? You know why they went to them, guys? You know why they're willing to pay more money? Because they want the very best GPUs out there. And they know who sell the very best. See, I keep telling y'all guys, these hyperscalers and these mega caps, these people are spending 25, 30, 40, 50 billion dollars a year scaling up. Why are they scaling up? Because the internet is changing. It's changing, guys. It's changing. Let's see. The internet we know today, let's see who the big players are. Let's take a look at the internet. It's comprised of 3 components, in my opinion. Y'all figure out what you want to figure out on that. But to me, the internet is comprised of 3 components. Right? 3 components. 3 components. Let me walk you through the 3 components. The first component is social media. That's the first component of the internet. And guess who rules the roost? Guess who is the top dog in social media? Facebook, AKA Meta. Mega cap. Guess who is a customer of Nvidia? Meta. Yeah. So that's your first leg of the internet, which is social media, which is ruled, which is basically dominated by Meta. And Meta is a customer of Nvidia's. Bingo. Let's move on to the second leg of the internet, retail, where people buying and selling stuff. Retail. Who's the 900-pound gorilla in retail online? Amazon. Guess who is a customer of Nvidia's? Amazon. Amazon is considered a hyperscaler. Why? Because they have a cloud service provider. They store information somewhere up in the cloud. That's the second leg of the internet, which is retail. And I already told you, Amazon rules that domain. Ain't nobody better than Amazon out there in that domain. What's the third leg of the internet? Can somebody tell me the third leg of the internet? Anybody can tell me the third leg of the internet. I've given you the first 2. What's the third one? And we're going to move on. Let me see if anybody in the chat can tell me the third leg of the internet. I'm going to give it to you because I don't think you can. The third leg of the internet is search. Search. And who rules that domain? Who rules the domain of search? Google, baby. And guess who's a customer of Nvidia's? Google. So let's put this together. Let me just walk y'all through this. When you look at the internet, who are the 3 companies that rule it? Google, Amazon, Facebook. And they are all big-time blue-chip customers of Nvidia buying billions and billions of dollars worth of GPUs every year. And guess who in line to get this Blackwell other than Oracle? Now, if Oracle doing 131,000 to form these big old superclusters, what do you think them other cats doing? Guys, y'all better get in where you fit in, man. I keep telling y'all, I don't know what you're chasing. I don't know who you're chasing. But I'm telling you guys what's coming. This thing is changing. The internet is changing. And these companies are in a race to be the first in line. I was listening to the radio this morning about some cat talking about they're creating their own internet, a separate internet from the regular internet. They're creating their own internet from the regular internet. I'm telling y'all guys, this technology thing is just started. If you ain't in on, listen, we in this artificial intelligence thing right now, we're in the toddler stage. I missed the baby stage. See, ARK Investment and all these billionaires were in the baby stage. They done parachuted out 100x their money and parachuted out. They done. They going on to the next baby stage. See, I got in on the toddler stage, which is what we're in right now. We're in the toddler stage. And what happens in the toddler stage? Boy, there's a lot of late nights, baby crying, a lot of propaganda, stop and go, oh, it ain't gonna work, you get all that in the toddler stage. By the time this thing get to the teenage stage, oh my goodness. By the time we get to that teenage stage, guys, it's gonna be incredible. And then, man, that full-grown stage, by 2035, we're going to be in that full-grown stage in the next 10 years. That's why my plan is 10 years to stay in this thing. Because if I can weather the storm and get to the adult stage, yeah, that's where that $1,000 a buck, maybe even another split. See, I think it might even split before we get to another $1,000. It may not. But I don't care, guys. Either way, I'm going to win because I'm going to stay in this thing long term. Information like this, guys, where you got another hyperscaler like Oracle coming on board, a company like Oracle buying 131,000 Blackwell GPUs to form a supercluster. Shoot, man, I don't know what y'all thinking about. And I already told y'all about the internet as it is today, who rule the internet. 3 companies. 3 companies rule the internet. Google, Amazon, and Facebook. Facebook rules social media. Google rules search. And then buying stuff online, retail, buying stuff, that's Amazon. There ain't no 3 companies out there better than those guys in the space, in any of those spaces. You name, show me one social media platform or company out there that's better than Meta. They got 2.5 billion people on their platforms, guys. 2.5 billion. Show me one other company, one other social media company got 2.5 billion people on the platform. That's Meta. They're buying GPUs from Nvidia. Why are they doing that? Best in the business. Why is your top search engine in the world, Google, buying GPUs from Nvidia? Why? They're building out what? Their cloud business, right? They're building out the cloud business. And then you got Microsoft, second largest company in the world, market cap wise, about 300 billion in revenue. Crazy, monster company, monster company. These are the guys that are buying chips from Nvidia. Why? Because Nvidia is the best at what they do. Guys, y'all better get in where you fit in. Like I said, if you want to put yourself in position, get down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account today. Get yourself up to 15 free stocks. Put $100 in there, you get 5 free stocks. Put 1,000 in there, you get 15 free stocks. Put yourself in position, guys. Put yourself in position. Don't miss this opportunity, man. Please don't look back on this day 10 years from now and kick yourself. Please don't. Don't look back on this 5 years from now and kick yourself. I'm giving you the information that's relevant, that's fresh, that's brand new. I'm not your financial advisor, not trying to tell you what to do. All I can tell you is get in where you fit in. Some of y'all will figure that out. Get in where you fit in, man. This thing is dead serious. I'm walking you through the revenue. I'm walking you through how you go from 100 billion in revenue to 500 billion in revenue in the next 3 or 4, 5 years. By 2030, 500 billion in revenue. I'm walking you through how you get there. The internet's changing. Google knows that. Meta knows that. Amazon knows that. It's changing. The companies who get in front of that change first and prepare for it when. The companies that lackadaisical, AKA Intel, you get run over. Just telling you. I'm telling you what's at stake here. And guess who in the center of all of that? That be Nvidia. That be Nvidia. That be Nvidia. So here we go. Oracle's request for more GPU supply has provided a boost to Nvidia's outlook, as well as to its suppliers in the semiconductor industry. At a recent event, Oracle reportedly requested more GPU supply, which was upbeat news for the Asia AI semi-system supply chain, wrote the bank. Morgan Stanley now expects TSMC's capacity to increase to 80,000 to 90,000 wafers per month by 2025, up from a previously estimated of 70,000. Now, TSMC is out of Taiwan. Taiwan produces 90% of the chips in the world. And TSMC is the biggest company in China when it comes to chips. And guess who one of their customers is? 900-pound gorilla, Nvidia. 11% of their revenue comes from Nvidia. Big boy. Now they got to up the ante. See how companies are getting in line to get these chips? And they ain't even rolled this thing out yet, guys. This thing ain't even, they're in production. And companies are already lined up, including Oracle. 131,000 of them, baby. Whew. Come on, man. Trying to walk y'all through this revenue thing so you can get yourself more comfortable. Walking you through this revenue thing because that's what's important. Because once this revenue gets up, this thing gotta go. It gotta go. It's all about the revenue. Once that revenue gets up to about 200 to 250 billion, oh my Lord. I don't even know what the stock price is gonna be at that point. But I'm gonna be in the game. I'm in the game and I'm staying in it. I ain't going nowhere. So let's keep moving. Let's go ahead and keep moving here. In the near term, Nvidia's Hopper, which is the current generation, Nvidia's Hopper GPU demand is said to remain strong, alleviating concerns about potential inventory risks. See, here's the thing you gotta also understand, guys. H100, H200 still the best chips on the market. So if I'm a company that's not a hyperscaler, I'm not a mega cap, but I want great chips to build out my AI platform, I can still buy Hopper, even if I can't get Blackwell. We already know your biggest gigantic companies in the world will get Blackwell first, which they should. They're spending $50 billion on AI. Most of that GPUs. I'm not saying they're all coming from Nvidia, but a good share of them are coming from Nvidia. There are other companies that they buy from too, but they are coming from Nvidia. Mostly what you find is these data centers will buy from Nvidia and other parts of their AI that doesn't require the more sophisticated GPUs they may buy from other suppliers. But normally the data centers, they don't fool around with. They typically try to get the GPUs from Nvidia. That's why, AKA, most of NVIDIA's revenue is from the data centers right now. But they're going to diversify that, guys. They're working on diversifying that. And you also know all these partnerships that NVIDIA has undertaken recently over the last year. All these new partnerships. Serve Robotics. The other one out of Dallas, Texas, or Austin, Texas. What's the company's name? I just mentioned the other day. Applied... I can't remember the last name, but that company, all these ARM Holdings, all these companies that they're partnered with is for a reason, guys. So here we go. In the near term, NVIDIA's Hopper GPU demand is said to remain strong, alleviating concerns about the potential inventory risks. According to Morgan Stanley, the Hopper H200 chips are seeing increased demand from smaller cloud service providers and sovereign AI projects. See, I just walked y'all through that. See, the Blackwell is for your big boy blue chips, your hyperscalers, your mega caps. That's where the first batch of Blackwell is going. And they're paying a premium for them. And it ain't sweating all about it. They're going to pay it. Now, for your smaller companies, including data centers and cloud service providers and some of these sovereign AI projects, they're going to go ahead and continue to get the H200, which is still the best chip on the market. You don't get all the efficiency and energy saving that you get from the Blackwell, but it's still a big boy blue chip, right? So that's how they're going to continue to go ahead and keep selling out of the H200 product when they start selling the GB200 product, right? So they're going to keep this thing moving. They're not going to have inventory of H200 just sitting in the warehouse doing nothing with it. And it's becoming obsolete. No, because everybody ain't going to get Blackwell. Can't make enough of them. You already see the doggone foundry in Taiwan already doing 70,000 a month. They got to up that thing to 80 to 90 just to keep up with demand. Plus, the Blackwell costs $1 million, $1.5 million for a stack. Everybody can't do that, guys. You got to be a big boy company to be able to pay that kind of money for a GPU stack. You do. So everybody can't do that. So there's going to always be what? A market for H200 for right now. Because all of these smaller companies can't afford GPU. Number one, they can't get supply of it. They can't get an order. Because all the orders are going to be taken up by the hyperscalers and the mega caps. I'm going to tell you that right now. So let's keep moving. Meanwhile, Blackwell chips are expected to see. Meanwhile, Blackwell chips are expected to see 450,000 units produced in the fourth quarter of 2024. Guys, please put that in perspective. 450,000. You already know Oracle won 131,000 of those. So can you imagine what Meta want? Can you imagine what Google want? Can you imagine what Microsoft want? Can you imagine what Amazon want? If Oracle wants 131,000, do you believe the 450,000 is already sold? I think it is. That's my opinion. I think it's already sold. So here we go. Meanwhile, Blackwell chips are expected to see 450,000 units produced in the fourth quarter of 2024, translating into a potential revenue opportunity exceeding $10 billion for Nvidia. So I'm rolling into the fourth quarter. First quarter, I did 26.5 billion revenue. Second quarter, I did 30.5. I'm on pace to do about 33 bill in Q3. And now I'm rolling in the fourth quarter of fiscal year 25 with 10 bill of pre-sales already done. Okay. Just saying, guys, this is where the revenue's coming from. Morgan Stanley also notes that while Nvidia is still resolving some technical issues with its GB200 server racks, these issues are part of the normal debugging process for new product launches. Now, let me ask y'all something. Do you think when any of these companies come out with a new product, I don't care what kind of product it is, I don't care if it's a cell phone, I don't care if it's a car, I don't care if it's a new computer, I don't care if it's a new toaster, I don't care if it's a new whatever, I don't care if it's a new house. Name one perfect product that never has any hiccups when it's brand new and it just rolls out. Don't we typically have some issues with something as part of the debugging process? I think we do. But for whatever reason, Wall Street, they want to focus in just on Nvidia, like Nvidia is the only company that ever rolled out a new product that might have some little things that needed to be worked out. I tell you, man, but this is how this is how they propagandize you guys and get you to start focusing on stuff that you shouldn't be focusing on, right? Why would you think a company like Oracle want 131,000 of these things? Because they don't work? Come on, man. You gotta just put two and two together, guys. It's all propaganda, right? Here we go. Here we go. Nvidia's assembly partner is reportedly on track to begin shipments of the GB200 server rack by late Q4 2024. Morgan Stanley maintains a bullish outlook on Nvidia's AI supply chain, favoring it over memory, PC, and cloud segments as Nvidia continues to capitalize on the growing demand for AI semiconductors. That was a nice little update, man, on what's happening with Blackwell and who's buying this thing. As I said, guys, it's a monster. It's a monster. I got 11,200 shares of this stock, and I'm steady as she goes. I'm waiting for this $1 trillion in revenue, because once we hit this $1 trillion in revenue, guys, and I think we hit it by next 8 to 10 years. I think we're easily at $500 million by 2030. I'm sorry, $500 billion. I think we're easily at $500 billion, 500 billion by over the next 4 years. With the ramp up I see, guys, we'll do over 100 billion this year. Yeah, we'll do over 100 billion from February 1st, 2025 to February 1st, 2024 to January 31, 2025, we'll do over 100 billion. We'll do over 100 billion. So over the next 4 years, 25, 26, 27, 28, 25, 26, 27, 28, over the next 4 to 5 years, 29, I think we can go from 100 billion to 500 billion. That's my opinion. And I backed up for my case, I backed it up through data, showing you exactly where the revenue's coming from and who the customers are. I've already told you the people who control the internet, the companies that really control the internet, the flow, the traffic. See, the traffic. We play a part in that though, right? We play a part in that. But Amazon controls retail through the internet. Meta controls social media through the internet. Google controls search. Those are your 3 top categories, guys, on the internet. And the companies that control those are customers of Nvidia. How much do you want to bet that these 3 companies I just mentioned in 4 years still want to be the ones that control those 3 legs of the internet? How much do you bet they will do everything in their power and spend every dime they need to spend to keep that position? How much you want to bet? Whatever they got to do. Do you think they're going to worry about the Wall Street aliens? Do you think Google, Amazon, and Meta wants to keep their first place position in those 3 legs of the internet? Do you think so? I think they do. I think they spend whatever they need to spend to put themselves in a position to be number 1. Nvidia's in the middle of all that, baby. They're in the middle of all of that competition. They sit right there in the middle as the 900-pound silverback gorilla with the best chips in the world. I already told you I got 450,000 of these things rolling out in Q4. Represent about 10 billion. That don't even include the sales from H100 and H200 that will go with that 10 billion. Hell, they did 30 million. They did 30 billion in Q2 just in H100, H200. Just saying. I just told you, smaller cloud providers, smaller data centers, smaller these sovereign countries, they just ain't, they ain't big enough to get in line to get the Blackwell first round. They might get Blackwell a year from now when they come out with Rubin. See, they're coming out with Rubin in 26. Just saying, guys, you better get in where you fit in. I'm not telling you to go out and just buy a bunch of Nvidia stock or any of that. I'm just telling you guys, know what's coming in the future and align yourself with companies that will benefit from what's coming in the future. I'm telling you what's coming in the future. You can't stop this thing. You can't stop progress. I'm not gonna try to stop it. I'm just gonna tag in right now. I'm gonna get in on the baby stage. Not the baby stage, the toddler stage. I'm gonna get in on the toddler stage. I got my 11,200 shares and I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna keep earning. I'm gonna keep what I earn and I'm gonna keep plugging it in. Just waiting for this day to come. Just boom, right? I'm just gonna keep doing that. I'm not gonna listen to no Wall Street aliens. I'm gonna listen to me. I'm gonna do my research and listen to me. I'm gonna believe in me. I ain't got nothing against nobody else. You believe in what you want to believe in, but I'm telling you what's coming. Get in where you fit in, guys. That's one of the wonderful things about the Wealth Builders, man. We talk about this kind of stuff in our community chat. We talk about other companies, other industries that will benefit from this artificial intelligence boom, man, because that's the main thing. The internet's changing. It's changing. I just walk you through it's changing. It's changing from general computing to accelerated computing, guys. Go out and do some homework on that. That's not my job to teach you that because I'm not a wizard at that. I'm not an expert in that field. But I'm smart enough to know it makes sense. I'm smart enough to know it makes sense. I'm also smart enough to know if the three biggest companies in the internet are positioning themselves for this change, who am I to doubt them? They got more resources than me. Here go my resource, my cell phone and Google. That's the resource for me. I think Google got a little more than that. I think Amazon got a little more than that. I think Meta got a few more resources than that. And if they're gearing up for it because they know the change is coming, that's a cue for me to know the change is coming. So all I'm saying is position yourself, get yourself in a position to benefit from this. One of the ways you can benefit from this is getting down in the description box and clicking on the Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account. For those of you guys that, oh golly, I'm brand new at this and I'm unsure, open the account, get your free stock. Open the account, put you some money in there, get your free stock. Put $100 in your new account, you put $100 in your new account, you get 5 free stocks. Put $1,000 in your new Moomoo brokerage account, you get 15 free stocks. I don't know what kind of stocks you're gonna get, but they're gonna be free. So last time I checked, free is free. Oh, okay, you want me to try your brokerage app and you're gonna give me 15 free stocks? Oh, sure. Where do I sign up at? Do I owe you anything for that? No, you don't owe me nothing. Is there gonna be an annual fee? No. Are you gonna charge me little fees for making trades and selling stuff and buying stuff? No, no commissions. If I run into a little snag, is there a customer service or somebody I can reach out to walk me through? Yep. If I don't know the difference between a limit order and a market order, is there some research or some type of tools inside the app that I can go to learn all this stuff? Yep. Is all of that free? Yep. I mean, what is this? It's a no-brainer. Get yourself down in the description box and click on the link. Put your $100 in there, put your $1,000 in there, get your free stock, and let's go. What are we waiting on? Let's go. Wealth is coming. Wealth is coming. Are you going to get your piece over these next 3, 5, 7, 10 years? Are you going to get your piece? Or are you just going to stay right where you're at? I don't know, man. You got to answer that question. I'm just trying to give you a platform to help you buy paper assets without charging you anything for it. That's all. I'm trying to give you a platform like the Wealth Builders, fastest growing financial community on Patreon, to be a part of so that you can have these communications, you can have these conversations every day in the community. And if you got questions you need answered, you can go to the community and ask the question. You can come to me in the community and direct message me and have a conversation just with me. Not that I'm your financial advisor, because I'm not. I don't give financial advice. But if you ask me a question that I have experience around, I'm going to give you my opinion. Ultimately, it's up to you to make the decision for your future, for you and your family. But I will give you my opinion. I will give you my opinion. So listen, man, it's pretty simple. Get yourself down in the description box and click on that Moomoo link. Open up your Moomoo account. That's the first step. Second step, you need to put money in it. Whatever you can afford. My recommendation, at least put the $100 in there so you get your 5 free stocks. If you want to go ahead and collapse time frames and get this thing going, get your $1,000 in there and get your 15 free stocks. Now you're ready to go. Now I can send you these tutorial videos that Moomoo has prepared for you. All you got to do is send me an email through my website, www.richardfain.net. Second link down in the description box. Send me an email. Let me know that you've opened the Moomoo account and you funded it. I'm going to send you some tutorial videos. I'm also going to send you my videos that I've done about all the things that I'm buying. It's called my Wealth Transfer Blueprint 1.0, 2.0. Send you those videos, so if you want to watch them and figure out what I'm doing, you certainly can copy my plan, but understand I'm not your financial advisor, so don't come back to me saying, hey guys, nope. If you copy my plan, you're a big boy, big girl, you take the responsibility for copying the plan or create your own plan, right? Because again, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not trying to play one because I'm not one, right? What I do is I just go hunt down great companies. I've done it for 30 years. I just go hunt down great companies and great ETFs. And that's where I put my money. So when I go to bed at night and I wake up the next morning, it's multiplying itself. And it does that for 365 days a year, every year. It just multiplies itself. I started at 0 in the stock market when I was 26. Now I have a multi-million-dollar stock market portfolio. Why? Not because I'm very smart. It's because I just disciplined myself. I became consistent and I became what? Patient. I just adapted those 3 financial behaviors and I started earning my money and not spending it on stuff to make other people wealthy. I would take my money and I would invest it and I just steady eddied that thing for 30 years. Do you need to take 30 years? No, you don't. You don't need to take 30 years. It depends on what your strategy is. My strategy was not to stress myself financially. My strategy was to take a little bit of money every 2 weeks when I got paid and put it in big boy blue chip and forget about it. That was my strategy. And that's what I did. And then my second strategy was to buy real estate to go along with it. Buy 1 property every 2 years. Put a tenant in it, forget about it. And just do that as long as I had to do it until the net worth said, Richard, you can walk away from this thing. You ain't got to work for these people no more. The net worth whispered in my ear. The net worth said, hey, Richard, this is the net worth talking to you. Hey, man, job well done. You can walk away from that thing if you want to. We got you. That's what the net worth whispered in my ear. I mean, I was gently sleeping on my beautiful, what they call it, feather down pillow. Actually, I don't have a feather down pillow. I got a real cheap pillow, but it's comfortable. So I was on my feather down pillow and I heard a little whisper in my ear. And it woke me up. I said, well, golly, is that you, God? Are you whispering to me? Now, God does whisper to me, but this time it wasn't God. It wasn't God this time. He does whisper to me like that, but it wasn't God this time. It was net worth. Net worth whispered it. That's the first time net worth had whispered in my ear. Net worth said, Richard, you can leave that thing if you want to. I'm like, leave what? The job. You don't got to work there no more, man. You covered. We got you covered. You've done your part. You've taken this money. You've invested it over the years. You've been patient. You've been disciplined. And you've been consistent. You've built this wealth. Now you control 100% of your time. You have more choices and more freedom in your life because you built wealth. Now you can walk away from this job. And guess what I did? I walked away from it. And I've never worked for anybody else since then. And that was December of 2019. We're coming up on the 5-year anniversary this December. It'll be 5 years since I've worked for anybody else. And I've controlled 100% of my time for almost 5 years. I'm 56 years old, guys. It feels great. It feels fantastic. And the only way I was able to do that is because I made a decision at 26 years old. I'm gonna take a little bit of money and I'm gonna start plugging it away, and I'm gonna do that as long as I have to. I'm not gonna get discouraged. I'm gonna earn this money, I'm gonna keep this money, and I'm gonna continue plowing it into assets that multiply it while I sleep. Therefore, my journey with real estate investing and the stock market began. And I promised myself at some point in my life, I wanted to own my own business. And guess what? In January 2020, I started RF Financial Consulting, my own, very own little business. One employee, yours truly, and a camera. And I start just talking to people about my journey, where I came from, how I got through all the landmines, all the mistakes that I made, the landmines I didn't get through. And I just told my story over and over, little chunks of my story over and over and over. And my business started to grow. My point is this, guys. Don't doubt yourself. Trust yourself. That's why I tell you guys every time after every video, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Keep chasing your greatness. There is greatness inside of all of us. You just got to pull it out. There is greatness inside of you. You just have to pull it out. You just have to realize it. You just have to reach your full financial potential, guys. And you can do it because I did it. And there are millions of other people that have done it. Right? So all I'm telling you is get in where you fit in. I've given you some information for you to chew on here today. I've given you this information for you to chew on. Now you got to go back to your thought process and say, hey, what I'm doing today, is it going to get me where I want to be tomorrow? And if it is, keep doing what you're doing. If it's not, consider what I just talked about today. Consider that. Consider my investment strategy of 50-30-20. 50% of my money goes into an S&P 500 ETF, broader stock market. Year to date, I'm at about a 19% rate of return on that S&P 500 ETF. Over the last 10 years, it's been about a 10 to 12% rate of return. See, everything else I invest in has to outperform that. Or what's the point of investing in anything else if it can't outperform the S&P? There's no point. I just keep it all in the S&P. So my 50-30-20 strategy works like this. It's 50% in a big boy blue chip S&P 500 ETF. That's the broader stock market, 50%. 30% goes into a tech ETF, but not no ordinary tech ETF. I'm hunting information technology. Information technology is companies like Nvidia, companies like PayPal, companies like MasterCard, Visa. They're in that fund. Right? So I got 30% of my money goes there. So if you're doing the quick math, 80% of the money I invest goes into ETFs where I don't have to be the expert. 20% of my money goes into companies like Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, Alphabet. That's where 20% of my money goes. So 50, 30, 20. Dollar cost average in every month, rain or shine, it goes in. And then what I do when I find a real gem in the rough, right? When I find a real diamond in the rough, what do? I go to my cash reserves, I pull extra money out and I buy that individual stock. That's what I did with Nvidia. I just took my cash reserve that I always keep on the sideline so I can sleep at night. I took a part of that and I bought more Nvidia because I believe in the company. But I didn't abandon my strategy of 50-30-20. I just bought more of Nvidia because I believe that heavily in the company. And it ain't let me down yet. Honestly, I knew, guys, it would take a while for this thing to reach full adulthood, because I knew the industry that it was in would take a while to reach adulthood. And I know anytime change is upon us, people resist it. I don't care how rich they are. People like to resist change. But at some point, change is going to happen. I don't care how much you want to resist it. It's going to happen at some point. It's going to happen at some point. So my job is to buy my shares of this company and everything else that I have and wait on it to mature. That's what I like to say to myself. Richard, it ain't matured yet. Leave it alone, let it mature. Stop being short-sighted. Stop being impatient. Stop being instant gratification. I know that's the world that we live in, but don't be a part of that world. Be in a world where you have patience, where you have delayed gratification, where you allow your investments to mature like you have over the last 30 years. Let it mature. It'll be fine. And that's what I've chosen to do. That's what I recommend you do if you're trying to build wealth. You got to have some discipline, some consistency, and some patience, guys. And we can help you with that over in the private mentorship club, the Wealth Builders. We got a group of good people over there. Good people. None of us are perfect. We all come from different backgrounds, and whether it be economical backgrounds or investment backgrounds or educational background, we come from different walks of life. But we came together with one common goal in mind. Help each other get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's it. We're going to do everything we can to help one another get to that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. We're not going to force our opinion on anybody. We're not going to force somebody to change the way they invest because we think our way is right. We're not doing that. When someone asks us a question, we're going to give our opinion, and that's all we're going to do. When someone asks for our help, we're going to give them our help. Right? That's what community does for one another. That's why we're growing so fast, is because of community. So if you want to join us, like I said, man, get down in the description box and click on the website link, which is www.richardfain.net. That's the website link. Give it a click and then get over to the website. Go check out those digital products because I believe those can help you, or I wouldn't put them in there. They can help you. They can help you understand the stock market. They can help you understand real estate for income. They can help you learn how to start an online business. They can help you learn how to grow or start grow an existing business or start a regular business, maybe not online, right? They can also help you be a better money manager. I got products in there that can help you budget, work on a budget with you. A budget is important. That's one of your 4 financial principles, is living on a plan. It's one of those principles. It'll help you budget. Maybe you're having problems with your mindset. You got old raggedy mindset with money because you just ain't been taught no better. You want to learn a better mindset, a millionaire mindset with money. Got a product that'll help you with that. It has a journal and everything. You just got to do the work. And I know it's not popular to do the work. We don't want to work. We just want somebody to, we just want something to fall out of the sky and hit us on top of the head in most cases. We want somebody to knock on the door, Publishers Clearinghouse, and give us a big old fake check. We want to go down to the old Piggly Wiggly and buy some lottery tickets. See, we want the shortcut. We don't want the long road. We want the short road. But you got to break yourself out of that, guys. You're going to stay broke for the rest of your life. There ain't no shortcuts in life. It's not. It's going to be a long, hard life for you if that's all you're looking for is shortcuts. A lot of financial pain if all you're looking for is shortcuts. Give up the shortcuts. Get a good, solid plan in place that's based around patience, consistency, and discipline. And based around buying investments that have a historical track record of performing. That's what you got to do. If you don't want to do that, you're going to be stuck where you're at. You're going to be stuck like Chuck. Just telling you, you're going to be stuck like Chuck. So if you don't want to be stuck like Chuck, change. Change something in your life today. Change something in your life today. I believe Nvidia will change my financial life in the next 3, 5, 10 years. My net worth will 10x because of this stock. I believe that. That don't mean you need to believe it, but I'm just telling you what I believe. You got to figure out what you believe. You can spend your life waddling in self-pity, spend your life being negative all the time. You can do that, or you can turn over a new leaf, right? You can be positive. You can start taking control of your financial life. You can choose to do better. You can choose good. You can choose helping people. You can choose these things. See, we have a choice. We got free will. That's one of the things that separates us from any other creature on this planet, is our capacity to have free will. No other living thing on this planet has that other than us. That makes us special. We have free will, guys. You may take everything else from me, but you cannot take my will. You can't have that. You cannot take my free will from me. You can take the cars, you can take the house, right? You can take all that stuff, but you can't take my free will. I'll always have my free will. I just got to exercise it right. Right? Exercise your free will today. Get yourself in a position where you build you some wealth. That's what you need to be doing, guys. Don't worry about anything else but that. Well, I appreciate you guys. My time is up. I'm getting ready to get up on out of here. Got some more things I got to do on this wonderful Tuesday. See how I just did that? I could have complained about Tuesday. I could have complained about something. I didn't. What did I say? I'm getting ready to enjoy my wonderful Tuesday. What am I doing psychologically for myself? See, I'm setting myself up for a good day. Why? Because I'm speaking it into existence. See, I'm not sitting up here, no, I'm up here telling y'all I'm finna have a wonderful Tuesday. I'm finna do something great today. I'm gonna make some money today. I'm gonna take out the old iPhone and go shopping today. Not the kind of shopping you think. I'm finna go shopping for assets today, baby. I'm finna go buy something today to build a net worth. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I hope you do the same, man. I hope you do something today to get closer to that net worth, to that owning 100% of your time, having more choices in your life, having more freedom in your life. Like I told y'all at the beginning of this thing, it's nothing like waking up in the morning and knowing that for 24 hours, I get to do whatever I want to do. Guys, there ain't nothing else like that. That feeling you get when you open your eyes in the morning and you think about your day. See, when I open my eyes in the morning, I think about my day. It's wonderful because I get to spend time with you guys. I get to get on to the Patreon site and spend time with the wealth builders. I get to spend time with myself, just reflecting on and doing the things that make me happy. I can get out in my community and walk and get me some exercise in. I can then come in and get me a good breakfast. I can plan for my little YouTube live streams and my little YouTube videos in the afternoon. I got no chaos in my life. I ain't got no sirens going off. I ain't got to worry about nobody busting down my door. I ain't got to worry about none of that. I ain't got to worry about what I'm going to eat. I ain't got to worry about any of that stuff. All I got to worry about is helping people, chasing my purpose, and chasing my passion. The 3 Ps. That's all I do all day, guys. Now, that may not be your thing, but I guarantee you, if you sit down with yourself and you ask yourself, what is the perfect life for me? Now, I know the word perfect will trigger some of y'all. There's nothing in this world perfect. There's no perfect. Okay, don't you use perfect then. I'll use perfect, you use something else. But I want you to sit down sometime today and just visualize the perfect life for you. What would that entail? What would that look like? And not only do I want you to visualize it, but I want you to feel it. I want you to visualize it to the point where you actually transport yourself to that lifestyle mentally. That's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down and meditate for a few minutes and visualize this life that you want at some point. And I don't want you to just think about it like I said. I want you to mentally teleport yourself to that life for a few minutes and just feel the sun or feel the water or feel whatever you're doing, whatever your life is. I want you to feel it though. I want you to be able to feel the sensation of whatever that life is. I want you to feel that. And then I want you to bring yourself back to reality And I want you to then put together a plan to get you there, get you to that. That needs to be your reality. Not visualizing it, but reality. How do I go from this life today? Not that I'm saying anybody has a bad life. I'm just saying if we sit down and really visualize what we really want our life to be like, what's really important to us, what would I really, really prefer to be doing than sitting here at this desk or sitting behind this counter or out here working, whatever it is, that's the life I want. I want you to take some time, guys, and visualize it and then teleport yourself there mentally. And then I want you just to spend a few minutes in that life. And then I want you to come on back. And then I want you to put a plan together. First of all, I want you to look at what you're doing right now and ask yourself this question. What I'm doing right now, will it get me to that life that I just got through visualizing and feeling and feeling that sun on me? Will what I'm doing now get me there? And if it's yes, stay on course. If it's no, then you got to figure out a plan. And that's where we can help you guys, the wealth builders. We can help you with this. We can help you with this. I can help you with this. I've been there, guys. I could remember being at my desk in banking when I got a little quiet time. I wasn't seeing clients. I was just kind of at my desk, chilling, waiting for the next client, or, I can remember myself just sitting there, closing my eyes and just visualizing my perfect life. And that perfect life was centered around owning 100% of my time, where I could do whatever I wanted to do and not have to worry about how I'm gonna pay for the lights to stay on. That was what I was visualizing. I was visualizing just waking up in the morning, going out and exercising, coming back in, and really doing something that I really love doing. I love it so much that it ain't even work. I mean, I love it so much that I could dive into it and blink my eyes and it could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how much I love it. And it gives me purpose and it gives me passion. See, the thing that makes us happy in this life, guys, is purpose, passion, and I believe people. Those are the things. If we wrap ourselves around those 3 things or wrap those 3 things around us, that's where we find happiness. That's where we find pure happiness. It ain't got to do with no things. It's those 3. Purpose, passion, and people. If we can wrap those 3 things around us, that's where we're at our happiest point, guys. Has nothing to do with the houses, the cars, the money, none of that. It's about those 3 things. So, spend some time with yourself today to figure that out is what I'm asking you guys. Figure out those 3 things. Figure out if you got purpose in your life, if you got passion in your life, and if you got people in your life. Those are the 3 things. Figure those 3 things out today. And then I want you, like I said, I want you to teleport yourself to the life that you really want. They got nothing to do with things, but just transport yourself to the life, visualize the life that you really want. And then get yourself back to reality and say, am I doing the right activities to give me those results so I can get to this life? And like I said, if you say yeah, then you're in good shape. Keep doing what you're doing. But if it's no, you're gonna need some help. And if you need me to help you, I certainly will. I don't have a problem with helping you get there, but I need you to make a commitment. I need you to make a commitment to you and then make a commitment to trusting the process. Because if you're gonna ask for my help, you gotta trust the process, because I'm gonna tell you that. I'm not here to try to bat down every little doubt you have. That's on you. That's not my job. I ain't here to be trying to get you comfortable. I'm gonna tell you exactly what you need to do, and you trust the process or you don't. That's it. I'm not in here to be no psychiatrist. I don't want to hear about nothing in the past. All I want to know is, what are you trying to get accomplished? Okay, great. Here's what you need to do. And then you need to go to work. I don't want to know nothing about the past. The only thing I want to know is what's the lifestyle? Tell me about the lifestyle. What are you doing today to get you there? Okay, these are some things you need to change. This is the pathway that I would recommend. And then you got to go get it. So if you want that help from me, man, get yourself over to the Wealth Builders. Get down the description box, click on that website link, www.richardfain.net. You got to join the Wealth Builders, and you got to send me a DM through the Wealth Builders, through Patreon. Send me a DM through Patreon. Let me know, because see, if you can send me a DM through Patreon, I know you're a member. If I don't get the DM from Patreon, in my opinion, you ain't a member. So get yourself to Patreon, become a member of the Wealth Builders, and then send me a DM through Patreon, then you're good to go. I will help you every day, as many times as you need me to help you through Q&A or through just DMing me, and I'm answering whatever. I will do that. That's my commitment to my folks over in the Wealth Builders. And I got people that do that every day. They DM me every day. Hey, Richard, this is what I did. What do you think about this? And I got no problem with that, because that's why I'm there. I'm part of their gang of 5. Nothing wrong with that. I love doing that. This is what I live for. That's the people part of it. See, that's the people part of the 3 Ps. But I'm only going to do that for the Wealth Builders, because you need to make a commitment too. I ain't going to be the only one making a commitment. That's lopsided. Why am I the only one making a commitment, but you ain't? No. You going to make a commitment too. If you want my help, you're going to make a commitment. Just like if you want my help, you come to this YouTube channel every day. That's a commitment. You making time out of that's a commitment to come to this YouTube channel every day to hear what I got to say, and then you go execute. If you want to have a one-on-one with me, the next level commitment is you got to get over to the Wealth Builders and join. And then send me a DM to let me know, hey, Richard, I'm here. I need some help, brother. I need your help. I need your advice. I need your guidance. And whatever I can do, I'll do. Okay? Well, all right, man. Appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Stay strong. Stay long. I want to say thank you to the Wealth Builders who moderated today. Y'all did a wonderful job. Tracy, you did a wonderful job. Neil, you did a wonderful job. All of the Wealth Builders in here did a wonderful job being moderators and keeping this thing reasonable. I didn't even pay any attention to it, so I'm sure it was off the chain. But I got a lot of faith in my Wealth Builders to be able to just give love and give energy and give positiveness. Because that's how we combat evil, is with good. So you combat evil with good. So if you're coming in here with bad and evil intentions, I got some good for you right now. See, because we're going to combat that with good. We're going to combat evil with good. Darkness with light. We're going to do that every day in here, because I've gotten a commitment from some of my Wealth Builders that they're going to show up every day. And they're going to be the light in here in the community chat. In the live chat. They're going to be the light. So any darkness that tries to come in here, you're going to be met by light. So know that. Know that. So thank you, Wealth Builders. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I rock with y'all, because I know you rock with me. All right. Thumbs up before you get out of here. Lock it in with a thumbs up. I appreciate y'all for stopping by for a little bit. Go on and have a wonderful day. Do something positive. Make sure you do that little meditation, visualization thing for me. Please do that. Please do that. I think it's important. We got to have the right attitude in this life, man. With the right attitude, ain't no stopping you guys. So please do that. And thoughts become things. See it in your mind. Hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never, and I mean never, stop believing in yourself. Yeah. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy. Get wealthy. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.